So they begin to learn from the behaviors of the market, and hence they revise their expectations accordingly. Okay, so I'll once again go through the process. After seeing inflation in the economy, after seeing inflation in the economy in the short run, the workers revise their expected price levels as a result of in the upward direction, because prices have been rising constantly, and as a result of which the labor supply curve shifts in the leftward direction. Uh, had they not shifted in the leftward direction, we would have seen an increase in employment from N0 to this intersection point, this equilibrium point. But after learning from the earlier price rises, the laborers revise their price expectation, and which leads to shift in the labor supply curve, and as a result of which the money wages rise. Money Since the money wages rise after increase in prices, the the employment level returns back to the original level of employment, that is N0. There is no change in employment. There is no increase in employment. So in the long run, after the revision of prices, there is no increase in employment level, but the employment level remains constant. And as a result of fall in employment level, or returning back to the original level of employment, the output level also remains at the same point, because same amount of labor will produce the same amount of commodities. So the output level also remains constant in the long run, when because after revision of prices, the aggregate supply curve also shifts in the leftward direction. All right, but the same logic. All right, by the same logic, the by the logic you would have studied in the complete Keynesian model, because of revision of expected price level, the aggregate supply curve also shifts in the leftward direction, keeping the output and the employment level at the previous levels. All right, previous before the change in policy level. So any change in policy which seeks to increase employment level and decrease unemployment level will lead to increased inflation in the short run. It will happen in the short run, but in the long run, no amount of inflation. Like in the short run, if you increase inflation, you will decrease unemployment and increase the level of employment and increase the level of output. All right, in the short run. But in the long run, no amount of inflation will give you any change in the employment or unemployment level, and hence any change in output. So you can fool the economy in the short run by giving more inflation and expecting a higher output, which will materialize, but only in the short run, because in the long run, producers and laborers uh, learn to revise their expectation of prices, and hence any amount of inflation here will lead you to the only will revert back to the same amount of unemployment level. The placement of this curve is somewhat, some authors place it here because it has somewhat significance attached to it. It is called the non-accelerating inflation rate of unemployment, the NAIRU, which was presented by various economists. This interpretation of the Phillips curve is, I think, sufficient for your degree examination, your university examination. After understanding these concepts and reading different books, which I'll refer to, if you write in your own words, I think you will be able to fetch a good amount of marks in the examination. So some text which I'll refer is the Mankiw and Ghosh and Ghosh. The both are macroeconomics, very good book. And okay, so any problems you have with this Phillips curve, you can always contact me on this email ID. You can direct your questions at this email ID, or you can call me. I'll always be available. So okay, best of luck, and yeah, keep washing your hands and take good care of your health. And okay, we'll continue studying via video lectures. Thank you.